U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's a special Christmas Day edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Minnesota Vikings versus Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the MVP of the National Football League in 2018, the former Texas Tech Red Raider, Patrick Mahomes.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Complete to Adam Thielen.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now here's Mahomes to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the Packers pick it up.
Recovered by the kicking team.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Mahomes firing complete, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Now a run with Cook. And he stopped immediately there.
Dalvin Cook.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
To the sideline and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
His kick is good. Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings 3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
1st down.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a draw play. This is Jones.
Rodgers with a handoff to Aaron.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Now, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field. They're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. Tyrann Mathieu there to make the tackle. 2nd down at 5.
Tyrann Mathieu on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 7 catches, 84 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's what I'm talking about.
That one whistled against David Bakhtiari. After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st down, Packers.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Point after now from Catanzaro.
For the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Still a lot to be determined in terms of their final seeding. We do know they'll be in the playoffs, but in what shape, what capacity, we're not sure. But here, ready for a sports cliche, and then just take them one game at a time, right?
They have to. And look, the thing about cliches, they've been proven over time. All right, we know that. So, yes, take it one game at a time, but make sure that there's no let-up, no getting off the gas, right? No mental letdowns, because each one is important for them to accomplish their goals. The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes now on 1st down. Setting up the screen for Cook. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. A good 1st down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
At the 40-yard line. A gain of 9. Brings up
on 2nd down, Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Madison. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on on it and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. On the carry, it's Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Mahomes. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Madison. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Part is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now the pass finding its way to the hands of Eric Ebron. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rodgers to throw once more. To the right side to Eric Ebron. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers again now. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And what a time to get the ball on a turnover here in the final minute of the first half.
Yeah, great starting position, too. And if they can cash this in with a touchdown, all of a sudden they go into the locker room with the lead instead of the other guys.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, Mahomes. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Now a timeout.
Jake Elliott on for the
7 seconds left in the first half.
7-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
14. Vikings 13.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Happy holidays to you all at home as we take you around the NFL on this 25th day of December. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead, though, by only a point. It's been a tight one. As for the start of the third quarter, we'll send it back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. At the
throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers, short little throw to Ebron. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
On the delay, Jones. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
Jones on the carry.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
With a handoff to Aaron Jones.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Rodgers now to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
Eric Ebron. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. A 10-play drive that time. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got it in. It's Williams. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
48-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Smith catches left side. That one a first down pickup of 8. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second.
They run it again with Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he dumps this off over the middle.
Rodgers pass.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And down he'll go at the 25.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 13.
Here's Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
To Aaron Jones.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Receiving team.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
This throw is going to be incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
That's good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
And the 49.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now it's Mahomes again. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
36-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
At the 25-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And you can see they're in second place in the division, but they have clinched postseason football. That's the important thing. They currently have the best record among the wild card contenders, but they want to make sure they finish this season strong.
And isn't that the case each and every year about one division that ends up being the top-loaded division? And unfortunately this year, it's theirs. But you could spin it and say, hey, they've been tested, and they've beaten a lot of good teams already. They will be prepared for the playoffs.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
A pickup was 2 yards. And the
Jones.
First down.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
3-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up second and
out of the shotgun is Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Aaron Jones.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Complete.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Rodgers throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Adams.
Rodgers pass.
A gain of 6 there on first. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. They go back to the ground with Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on third down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
To Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Point after now from Catanzaro.
The extra point.
And the lead is up to 15 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But. You're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoffs. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
8-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And again, it's Mahomes. He's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Zadarius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would